Hello to everybody who is watching this video. Today is the 25th. Yes, today is the 25th of September 2019, and I am in Sofia, Bulgaria. So this video I will show you how to work with the pentagram of Venus. All right. So let's now show you a horoscope. Okay, this horoscope that you see here is the horoscope of Marilyn Monroe. Okay, she's born in Brentwood, California, the 1st of June, 1926, 9:30. Okay, of course, this here is the Babylonian zodiac. If I switch to the tropical, that's what you'll see. Okay. Now, as you see here, okay, I can talk a lot about this chart, but it's a very strong chart and very unusual. However, okay, we should not be distracted here. The main topic is how we work with the Venus pentagram. For example, we see here that Venus is a morning star, right? How do we know? We just see that Venus is rising in front of the sun, because the turning of the celestial sphere apparently around the Earth is clockwise. So I even can go to dynamic here, and I can show you, if I go 1 hour before the birth, 2 hours before the birth, 3 hours before the birth, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Okay, now you see now the sun is below horizon, because this black circle is the horizon. The sun is below horizon. Venus is above horizon in the morning. And the movement of the celestial sphere, I'll put it now to turn, is like that. Now the sun is rising. Okay, that's why. Okay, now I'll go to the birth again. So that's why here Venus is morning star, because she's rising in the morning before the sun. Okay, and in the same way we can assess if Venus is evening star. Then Venus should be somewhere here behind the sun, somewhere here, in such a way that if we turn the celestial sphere so that the sun is setting, then after the sun sets, Venus should be above the western horizon, and this will make Venus evening star. So this is how we, with one look at the chart, we can see whether Venus is evening or morning star. If Venus is very close to the sun, then if you don't have my program, then it is very difficult to know whether Venus is visible or not. So when we know that Venus is morning star here, now how do we show, how do you call the pentagram of Venus? Okay, here is written pentagram of Venus. You see this here, pentagram of Venus. So we click here, show set panel. Good. Here is the set panel, and now we can build the pentagram of Venus with 4 different heliacal phases, as you see here: morning first, evening first, morning last, evening last. So because here Venus is a morning star, we want to build the pentagram with the morning first. Okay, so then we go here. Okay, I'll put this here. So we go here. Yeah, you see here on the left down, pentagram. So I click here, and here is the pentagram. So what you see here, the most important point is the first one. Why? Because the first point of the pentagram of morning Venus shows where in the zodiac did Venus appear, just before the birth. Okay, because as I told you, for example, here it's written, you see here, first February 6th, 1926. Okay, when is born Marilyn Monroe? The 1st of June, the same year. February, March, April, June. So Venus appeared 3 months before the birth of Marilyn Monroe. Okay, why we are looking exactly for this morning first of Venus? Because Venus was born like a morning star, like Athena Pallas, on February the 6th, 1926. And then she took power over the world. From this time when she was born, in 1926, February 6th, she was born. Here is shown the 25th degree of Capricorn, right here in this point. And from this moment on, she took power over the world. She became the queen over the world. And she ruled. So people who were born during her rule fell under her influence. Everything which was born during her rule, and her rule, we'll see how long was her rule. But first, okay, you see here Venus appeared right where the moon of Marilyn Monroe is in her chart. So this is absolutely amazing, and this shows why she was so charming in the 7th house. Okay. And okay, now let's see how long was the rule of Venus. Okay. Here you see here all the appearances of Venus in the 5 places. And now let's go to morning last. Okay, she disappeared on the October 29th, 1926. So again, she appeared in February 6th. She disappeared in the 29th of October. How many months are these? Well, around 9 months, a little bit less. So she ruled from February 6th until October 29th. This was the time when she was alive, like a morning star, like a queen of the world, like Athena Pallas, like Ishtar of Akkad. This was the time when she was alive, when she was ruling the whole world. And everybody who was born in this time was under her spell, under her rule, under her influence. Okay, so now I think this is clear. Now, how do we use this pentagram in what I call heliacal transits? Okay, I will not talk here about how important is where Venus is born, how important is where she dies, whether this happens in a certain house or over a certain planet. I'll talk about this in webinars or in some other videos. Right now, I just want to show you technically how do we use the pentagram of Venus. Okay. Now, this pentagram is moving slowly with time. Like in 8 years, the pentagram moves back in the zodiac with 2 degrees. So, okay, I'll show you now. Okay, I'll go again to the morning first. Or let's see. Let's think a little bit. Yeah. Maybe, why not go to morning class? Okay, let's go to morning class. So now, this pentagram is with the morning class, okay? And now, what is interesting is that, okay, we'll put here, for example, 8 years, or 8 years, let's put 4 years, okay? And now we'll start moving the pentagram back in time. Okay, wait a minute. First, let's see what was the ascendant. The ascendant of Marilyn Monroe was the 19th degree of Capricorn. Okay. All right. Now, '19th degree of Cancer. I mean, so 19th degree of Cancer. So it is. You see here like the beam number 4 of the pentagram, which happened on August the 1539, happened in the 22nd degree of Capricorn. So this beam is approaching the ascendant of Marilyn Monroe. Okay, so we continue moving. Now it is the second one. It's again in the 22nd 02 minutes of Cancer. We continue moving. Now it's again the 4th, which is in the right now it is in the 19th degree of Cancer, and this happened in 1947. In 1947, so she was like 21 years of age. Something very important must have happened then. Because when a beam of the pentagram goes over a planet or changes house, then something important happens just in this time. So this was on the 12th of August 1947, when Venus disappeared as a morning star exactly on the ascendant of Marilyn Monroe. And this is how we should proceed here. This is called heliacal transit. So we move the time and we see where are these beams, and if they happen to go over certain planets in the radix. This here is not the radix. This chart here is for this time here. Okay, so we should print out the radix and look at the radix and look at this pentagram. So when a beam of this moving, transiting heliacal pentagram is changing a sign, changing a house, or going over a planet, then things happen. So as I told you, we should see exactly when this happens. For example, look here. Here, number 1 is in the first degree of Libra, but because the pentagram is moving clockwise, then the next one will be in Virgo. So let's see when this will happen. Okay, right now, number 4. We go number 4. Yes, this is the 29th degree of Virgo on the 22nd of October, 1950. So on this date, Venus disappeared in a different house. Before that, she disappeared in the 4th house of the radix of Marilyn Monroe. And then on this date here, October 22nd, 1950, she disappeared in the 3rd house. So around this time, something must have happened. What exactly? You guess. From the meaning of the symbolism, okay? Venus disappearing in the 3rd house. This could be something like you know, like in some minor cases, she can lose some document, or because Venus disappears in the 3rd house, she can have some fallout, some argument with a neighbor, or with somebody around her surrounding the 3rd house, you know. So in this way we can use the pentagram. Okay, and also, as I told you, when we know exactly the place where Venus appeared and where she disappeared, then we can put these 2 places in the chart of the person, and then when we compare 2 charts in synastry, then we can take in account also these 2 points, where she appears, where she disappears. Okay, a little bit more complex. Okay, a little bit more complex is the case with a chart where Venus is invisible. This is a separate topic. Okay. I wish you good luck.